It's a typical day in Dog Patch, USA, where typical folks do things in a typical way. First we bounce asleep from our eyes, gets our cough and shoots away the flies. We spend what's negotiable, then we get sociable, sitting around swapping lives. We think of the ways we avoid work but still get paid, which leads us to say it's a typical day in Dog Patch, USA.
Lonesome polecat, Indian brave, my hairdo is the new craze. I like hunting jackalope and I've got lots of hope of catching a big one someday. The kickapoo, Georgie side, make 'em is a heap grade A.
Take us boys, what's known as a scratch. Mommy loves us except when we're bad. We're kind of pressing in holy unless we comes from a long line of hags. The widows and orphans pass on their worn out rags.
Howdy boys, I'm Moonbeam Big Shine. I get along with fellas just fine. Since I am the oldest and quick on my toes, as I'll help these young girls on their way. To catch them a man on the next Sadie Hawkins Day.
Which leads us to say it's a typical day in Dog Patch, USA. It's a typical day in Dog Patch, USA, where typical folks do things in a typical way.
Known as Mary and Sam, which is fine cause that's who I am. I make it my business to change these girls' titles to Mrs. and get them a man. Count your change and pick out a plan. Find a guy as fast as you can. If you are a bachelor, pack up your satchel and I'll have you a wife right away. For 15 cents extra, I'll furnish the bride's bouquet.
Which leads us to say it's a typical day in Dog Patch,
Step for Earthquake Magoon, the best wrestler in this here room. I stands in the corner, enormous and ornery, making the lady folks swoon. My secret desire is to catch little Daisy May.
Like he said, my name's Daisy May, 'cause I was born on a bright summer day. My one aim in life is to be a good wife and to marry Lil Abner someday.
she's practicing up chasing gophers and antelopes. Never caught Lil Abner, but she's got hopes.
Mammy here's society's queen, and what she says she really does mean.
I'm sweet, but I'm sassy, not a typical lassie. I'm the toughest gal you've ever seen. Little Abner, we has both learned, still don't know how money gets earned. He's big and he's gentle, but unsentimental as far as the young gal's concerned.
I gets pretty tired of running from Daisy May.
Which leads us to say it's a typical day in Dog Patch, USA.
We salute the General Grant, known as boldness throughout the land. I work up in Washington with Sophie, my honey bun. I watch while she gets the work done.
Though Bullsy's a cutie, I wonder what's in it for me.
If you need a brush or a comb, come see me, available tones. I'm always available with bargains incredible. I'll give you right now or on loan. I'm sly and I'm slippery when a great deal I see. My policy is that I cheat only friends close to me.
To say it's a typical day in Dog Patch, USA.
The mayor of Dogpatch this year, and my job's to keep order here. My service goes free 'cause they have no money, but I did get this nice hat to wear. I got to make sure Sadie Hawkins is run real fair.
I'm a U.S. Senator now. I got elected by them somehow. I know it's not likely these people still like me, so I don't like coming around. So I'll leave them my message and then I'll get out of town.
Hawkins, it's a big swirl for us bunch of sweet country girls. Meet Fifi and Gigi and Mimi and Dee Dee, but wait, there are just a few more. There's Shaja and Rosie and Josie and Lucy Ray. We're shy, but we can't wait till next Sadie Hawkins Day. Which leads us to say it's a typical day in Dogpatch, USA.
Sadie Hawkins Lake next Friday. Backwards, run for your life, girls. Gals, go have yourselves a husband. Signed, Stu and Doggy,
Mayor of Dogpatch.
Sadie Hawkins Day's coming right up. Oh boy, I'm gonna catch myself a husband this year.
Look, here comes Mary and Sam.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Mary and Sam. Welcome home.
It's nice to see y'all getting in shape for the race on Friday.
Oh, we sure is, Sam.
Hey, has you got any new types of weddings for us this year?
Just my usual line, my $2 standard, which guarantees 3 months of bliss and 50 years of quiet desperation. My $4 special and my $6 spectacular. And don't none of you worry about your credit this year, because I'm on Dinner's Club.
We'll see you next Friday, Sam, with our newly intended, whoever they may be.
Catch a live one this year, Moonbeam.
We sure will, Sam. See you.
See you.
Ready? At.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, I think I'll go check on my pal, Available Jones.
Well, howdy, Mary and Sam. Sure is good to see you.
Howdy, Available. It's awfully good to be back in the big city, let me tell you.
You always was a city boy at heart.
Yeah, I always did like the hustle and bustle of this town. Say, what are you working on?
Greatest piece of merchandise I've ever had for the Sadie Hawkins Day race. It's my ICBM.
ICBM, what's that stand for?
Eye catches Bachelor Man.
Sounds promising. How's it work?
Already promised it to the leading lady of Dogpatch, USA.
Not Pansy Oakham, is it?
Shh. No comment.
'Cause you know, she always tries to trap Lil Abner so Daisy can catch him.
Not discussing it.
Well, why not?
You knows my integrity, my sense of honor. When I makes a confidential deal for a price, my lips are sealed and they stay sealed.
Only until you get a better price.
Naturally.
Mary and Sam,
What is it, Josie and Rosie?
Mama Yoga says for you come right over to Corn Pond Square.
She says to come over for a business conference of enormous magnitude.
Well, tell her I'll be right there. By the way, how's your lovely mother doing?
She's out there hunting.
And how's your father?
Well, that's what she's hunting for.
Ah, lovely home.
Abner. Abner, it's time to go fishing.
Morning, Mammy Yoakum.
Morning, Papa Yoakum.
My, Mammy Yoakum, looks like you got a bumper crop of yoakumberries this year.
Oh, it sure does well. And sure makes a whole enough for the whole USA.
Abner, we's got to get going before the catfish quit biting.
I'm coming.
Abner, you can't go yet.
Why not?
Because you can't, that's why.
Now, Mammy, if the boy wants to go fishing,
He can't go yet.
Why not?
You haven't taken your special yoakumberry tonic juice.
Mammy, I'm too old to take that old baby tonic.
Oh, knows you ain't, and I knows best. I've been giving you a spoonful of this day since the day you was born, and every day since then. And I intend to give you a spoonful till the day you die and several weeks thereafter.
But Mammy...
Now open and hold. I have spoken.
hey, Abner, come on.
Yeah, we'll head on over to Polecat Creek. We got some extra worms, so just come on.
I'll keep your fishing hole nice and warm.
I'm coming.
You can't go, Abner. Sit there.
Oh, Mammy.
Now, Abner, Daisy Bay is coming over, and so is Mary and Sam. And I was thinking that maybe this time you could let that sweet little gal catch you on St. Hawkins Day.
No, Mammy. If the boy doesn't think he's ready for marrying yet.
Pappy, you hush. Why don't you take your oversized nose and your undersized toes and go for a walk?
But, Mammy,
Go on, get. I have spoken.
one of these days you're gonna make me very mad. Go on, get. Maybe I'll go fishing too.
Good. Now, Abner.
Now, Mammy, before you get started, I have something to say. Now, you is my very own mother, and deep down inside me, I loves and respects you, almost as much as I loves and respects the U.S. of A. But I also want to say that I loves and respects fishing, and that's where I'm going right now.
But Abner.
Now, Mammy, I'll see you later.
Yeah, good job, Abner. Give her one full.
Well, howdy, Mary and Sam.
Howdy, Mammy. It sure is nice to see your yoakumberry tree blooming so high and happy.
Well, it does well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How is your Mary and Sam?
Well, that's all right.
So, this year I was wondering what you got in your $2 wedding.
My $2 wedding? This year it is spectacular. First, I sing one of my homemade songs.
Well, that's a warm beginning.
And then I tells a couple homemade jokes that are guaranteed to bring both tears of laughter to both.
Mammy Yoakum, look.
What
look
is
what I
it,
have.
child?
It's a wedding invite.
A wedding invite?
Yeah, but it's an invite to my own wedding. Listen to this. Dear Madam, you is hereby cordially invited to the nuptials of your sweet, innocent self and the ever-champion dirty wrestler, namely me, Earthquake Magoon.
Earthquake
Magoon.
Dinner, RSVP.
RSVP. What's that mean?
When you have dinner with Magoon, RSVP can only mean one thing. Roast skunk, very possible.
Oh, Mammy, I never said I'd next life with some miserable ape like Earthquake Magoon.
Did I hear my name? Morning, ladies. Howdy, Mary and Sam. And my, you was looking special pretty this morning, Daisy May.
Thanks, Mr. Magoon.
Glad I ran into you, Sam. Tell me, what is you in the ways of a $4 wedding?
What's a rat varmint like you want information about a $4 wedding?
Could be that I'm fixing to get myself married since returning my newly acquired title, namely the world's dirtiest wrestler. I am particularly well put.
Is yous inferring yous has money?
Lady, I is filthy with it.
Mister, you was filthy without it.
Naturally, I plan on winning a certain dog patch gal.
Magoon, is you crazy or something?
You know a man can't claim a gal for a marriage unless she catches him herself on Sadie Hawkins' Day.
If then you guys want answers, I suggest you co-regulate yourselves down to the corn pone meeting. which is about to be held at Cornpone Square.
Cornpone Square?
That's right, by direct request of my very good friend, the Honorable Senator Jimmy D. Hogbound.
What? Senator Hogbound's coming here?
That's right, first time in 18 years.
This must be serious.
Yeah, we only had cornpone meetings for items of national importance.
Or a hideous change in a dog pathway of life.
Oh, there's gonna be hideous changes, all right.
Mammy, you know I never trusted those folks up in Washington in suit jackets.
Exactly my feelings too, Pa.
We have the mountains.
We have the sky.
We have good people that live close by. We fixed up old dark patch as best as we could. Then in comes the government and gums it up good. The first thing you know, they civilized the foothills and everywhere he put hills and mountains and valleys below. They come along and take 'em and civilize and make 'em a place where no civilized person would go. The first thing you know, the first thing you know, they civilize what's pretty by putting up a city where nothing that's pretty can grow. They muddy up the winter and civilize it into a place too uncivilized even for snow. The first thing you know, they civilize left and they civilize right till nothing is left and nothing is right. They civilize freedom till no one is free. No one except by coincidence me. The first thing you know, the first thing you know.
Actually, I am quite knowledgeable about the new changes that are coming about. All right, Sam, tell me about your $8 wedding.
My $8 wedding? Well, first I clips your toenails and give you a shave and a sponge bath if you need it. And from the looks of you, you need it.
I like that for a beginning.
Oh, Daisy, this looks bad.
Well, what is we gonna do?
Oh, I tells you what we was gonna do. You was gonna hightail up to Polecat Creek and tell Lil Abner and the rest of those no good looks to get down there to that meeting. Right.
But what if they druther not?
You tell them that I druther, that they druther. And when Pansy Oakham says she druther, they druther.
Brother, they druther.
If I had my druthers, I'd rather have my druthers than anything else I know. While you'd rather hustle, accumulating muscle, I'd rather watch daisies grow. I'll sit there for hours, developing my powers, my heart is overflowing so. If I had my druthers, I'd rather have my druthers than anything else I know. Than anything else I know. rather be me, just me, yes ma'am. I'd rather be me, just me.
Wait. Where's you headed in such a hurry, Daisy May?
Oh, Moonbeam, is I glad to see you. We've got to go get Abner and the boys.
What for? You know how they like to fish in the morning sun, sleep in the afternoon breeze, and then fish right before the evening.
But today is different.
What's so different about today?
The Honorable Senator Jimmy D. Hogbound is coming here.
Today? To Dog Patch?
Yeah, and there's going to be a cornhole meeting in the square immediately.
Well, let's get it going.
Abner! Oh, Abner, there you is. Mammy says you're supposed to come to the meeting.
Daisy May, Moonbeam, you was out of bounds.
Abner?
You know Polecat Creek is off limits to love-starved females?
And since you both love-starved and female, I suggest you get out the way you got in.
But Abner, if you don't come to the meeting, Manny's going to give you what for?
What for is she gonna give me a what for?
Because it's a big, important meeting. Big enough that Earthquake Mahoon's going around bragging about who's going to marry me and throw me a big, fancy wedding with roast skunk dinner.
That's just talk. You know he can't marry you unless you catches him first on Sadie Hawkins Day. And you don't run after nobody but me, you poor soul.
Oh, Abner, this year'd be so simple if you just helped me. You know, if you was embarrassed, I could dig a big hole and you could fall in it and pretend like you broke your leg. Or I could shoot you in some unimportant place.
Daisy May, that's subversive talk. And I ain't gonna hear none of it, and neither of any of these boys. Now you get on out of here.
Abner.
Get, I have spoken.
Fine, I'll just go tell Mammy you ain't coming to the corn pone meeting.
Cornhole meeting?
Of course.
You didn't say it was a corn pole meeting?
Hear that fella, the corn pole meeting.
This must mean a national emergency.
We better get down there fast.
This might call for some brains or something. Daisy May, fetch my worms.
Moonbeam, ring the poles.
There's a string of fish you need to clean too.
Now.
Men.
People of Dog Patch, time's a-wasting. Let's get on with the corn pone meeting.
Lay it on him, Earthquake. Just lay it on him.
All right. I would like to summon you to this corn pole meeting, as I am Mayor Student Dogman. The corn pole meeting.
Who was Jubilation T. Corn Pone?
Who is Jubilation T. Corn Pole? Come here, Zsa Zsa. Zsa Zsa, it's high time you know that our town was founded by that beloved man sitting atop that beloved horse, Jubilation T. Corn Pole. He was the greatest fighting general and military strategist the Confederacy ever knew.
Really? Was he brave?
Brave? Well, Corn Pole didn't know the meaning of the word fear. Terror, yes, but fear never.
Tell us more.
Why, all over the countryside, there's monuments commemorating his famous battles.
Such as?
Why, there's the Corn Pone's disaster.
Corn Pone's misjudgment.
Corn pone's catastrophe.
And Corn Pone's humiliation. When we fought the Yankees and annihilation was near, who was there to lead the charge and put us straight to the rear?
Why, it was Jubilation Corn Pone, oh, Chitterum Horn Pone, Jubilation Corn Pone, then you knew no fear.
We all but the issue still wasn't done. Who suggested a retreat and turned it into bloodlust?
Why, it was Jubilation Corn Pone, oh, tattered and torn pone, Jubilation Corn Pone, you kept us fighting out.
With our ammunition gone and face bespattered of feet.
boys might keep on fighting for months. Who took pity on himself and gave the fight loved ones?
Why, it was Jubilee cornpone, unshaven and shorn pone. Jubilee cornpone, he quit the fight at once. Why, it was Jubilee cornpone, unshaven and shorn pone. Jubilee cornpone, he quit the fight at once.
When reconnoitering to flank the enemy's rear, successful to the piney woods and disappeared for a year.
Why, it was Jubilee cornpone, Guns cornpone. Jubilee cornpone, the missing mountaineer.
Became so famous with a reputation so great. He ran for president and didn't carry a state.
Why, it was Jubilee cornpone, he would be a sworn pone. Jubilee cornpone, he sealed the country's fate.
Stonewall Jackson got his name by standing firm in the fight. He was known by all his men not first to turn and take his life.
Why, it was Jubilee cornpone, he's on his way home pone. Jubilee cornpone, he quit the fight at once. Why, it was Jubilee cornpone, he's on his way home pone. Jubilee cornpone, he really saved the day.
All right, let's get on with the agenda. Yeah, let's do some agendaizing.
What do you mean by agendaizing, Romeo?
Yeah, what is we here for?
I'm just about to tell you what we're here for.
All right. The first item on the agenda is...
Hold it, bear dog meat. I's got a question. How come we's having a cornhole meeting?
Lil Abner, Sonny Jim, the answer to that is coming right up the road.
What?
Right now.
That was my favorite hat.
Well, howdy, Senator.
Abner, get back here.
Earthquake, my boy. How's it going?
Hail, my fellow citizens of Dogpatch, our beloved Senator, the Honorable Jimmy D. Hogbound.
Hello, my beloved constituents of Dogpatch. And thank you, Mayor Dogmeat. Like a bear in the sunshine of your welcome forever.
Bask on your own time, Hogbound.
Yeah, get to the point. Get to the point.
Well, I guess y'all's been wondering what I've been doing in Washington these last 18 years.
We don't care so long as you was there and we was here.
Senator, how about you tell them all what you did done do for us down there in Washington?
Well, I got the Jimmy D. Hogbound bill passed by U.S. Senate. And little old Dogpatch, poverty-stricken and unknown, is going to be world famous.
And just what for is we going to be famous for? What for?
Why, he's going to save the last blood of a thriving American industry. That's what's for. What industry is that? Well, an industry solely devoted to the relaxation and enjoyment of the American businessman. That industry known is Las Vegas.
Las Vegas!
Sin City.
Las Vegas, ain't that where they do all the gambling?
Yes, Moonbeam, and that there's a problem. You see, the government's shooting off certain nuclear weapons of war out in the desert.
Atom bombs.
Yeah, and the radioactive dust is coming and settling down on the greenfield gambling tables and the swimming pools. Why, that water's turned so brown you can't tell the swimming pools from the desert. The color on them slot machines are fading. You can't tell if you have 2 apples and a cherry or a banana and 2 cherries. You don't know what you got, and you don't dare touch your money when you get the jackpot because it might be radioactive! You think your government's gonna sit around and let a tragedy like this happen when they've done so much for so little? No! That's That's right. That's why the Jimmy D. Hogbound Committee has been chosen.
Right. Want a new place to test those atom bombs and missiles?
Yes, someplace we can blow off the face of the earth and ain't gonna be missed. In fact, the most unnecessary, most worthless place of all.
Well, Senator, Sitting Bull would never sit for this.
And after a 4-year government survey of the no good, no account, most unnecessary place in the whole US of A, you has been chosen as the most unnecessary of all. Now listen, my fellow citizens, you all going to be moved out of here by force of the government. And this scientist right here, Mr. Rasmus P. Finsdale, is going to be the man to do it.
Friends, we intend to move you to a necessary place in our society. Now the first atom bomb detonation will be on Wednesday, so the evacuation will start immediately. So good luck and so long.
Bye.
My fellow citizens, I bid you farewell. Don't let me down. The government's spending $1 million on one bomb to blow you off the face of the earth. So show your appreciation.
Don't that take the red off the bush or do? Don't that take the tassel off the corn? Yahoo!
Of all the very ordinary, most unloved unnecessary places on this earth, they settled on yours. They settled on yours. As sure as you're born, they settled on yours.
We're the most unnecessary place in the West. Don't that take the whipped cream off the pie? Think of all the rest, thinking they is the best. But we here in the catch up the prize. Don't that take the tail off the bear? Don't that take the head out of the barn? Of all the very ordinary, most unloved, unnecessary places on this earth, they settle on. They settle on, as shows you're born. They settle on. Don't catch!
Friends, citizens, wash out your ears and listen close. I want to add to this glorified occasion by making my own history-creating romantic announcement. I hereby claim in marriage none other than the little crowd pleaser Daisy May.
How dare you! Abner, give him what for?
I'll bust his head wide open.
Now, just a minute. I does the head busting for this family. Magoon, you's crazy. You know you can't catch a gal down here unless she catches you herself on Sadie Hawkins Day.
You heard the man. They say they're going to drop the bomb on Wednesday. Sadie Hawkins Day ain't till Friday. So there can't be no more Sadie Hawkins Day.
No more Sadie Hawkins Day! What are we gonna do? Mammy, what is we gonna do?
Yeah, Mammy, think fast. My income depends on your outcome.
Don't worry, Sam.
All right, since we ain't gonna have no more Sadie Hawkins Day, we automatically go back to the code of the hill.
Whereby, if a boy desires marriage with a girl, he can claim his beloved if he gets approval from her next of kin. Right, Mayor Dogmeat?
That's the law.
Therefore, I claim the luscious, delicious young morsel.
Is that a person or a breakfast food?
Shut up, I was claiming Daisy May.
Under the code of the hills, are there any other claimers?
Oh, sorry.
Pardon me.
Well, if there ain't no other claimers, I award Miss Daisy.
Wait! I claims the ever popular lady in question.
You done what?
I claims Daisy May.
For the purposes of marriage.
Well, whatever he claims her for, I claims her for.
Woo! Oh, yeah. All right. Now, since we have two claimers in the aforesaid code of the hills, the decision must be made by the next of kin.
Already been decided. She's been promised to me by my very good friend and Daisy May Scragg's closest relative, ever sensible Romeo Scragg.
Romeo Scraggs.
That's me. Big and brassy, fat and sassy, fit as a fiddle, and ready for love.
Romeo Scragg, you claim to be Daisy May's kissing kin.
I is, and that's the whole trouble.
Trouble?
I'd like to kiss her, but I don't think I can.
Daisy May, is he your kinfolk or ain't he?
Well, yes, but they's from the disgusting side of the family that we doesn't socialize with. Unless for marriages and hangings, mostly theirs.
No use you fighting it, honey child. You're pure scrag, from the top of your scraggy head down to the bottom of your scraggy toes. And that's a mess of scrag.
But we don't consider ourselves a scrag.
Once a scrag, always a scrag.
Romeo Scragg, did you promise Daisy May Earthquake Lagoon?
Yes.
How could you make such a terrible decision?
His earthquake here is a good man. He's a fine man. He could put faith in his country and love in his heart. And whoa, he just put $4 in my back pocket.
Well, under the code of the hill, you two are now legible for marriage. Bless you, my children.
That'll be $4 more.
Let me at it, let me at it.
Hey, didn't I shoot you last week?
Did you hear what he said to me?
Bye, everybody. Now let's get on with the plans for the evacuation, which will commence with the Finsdale guy, wherever he is.
Just a minute. Now, I has been promised the Earthquake Magoon to have and to hold,
I know some great rules.
and I'll go through with the nuptials fair and square, because we live by the code of the hills, which I loves and respects. But I has a question. Is there a government man here?
Excuse me. Yes?
Hello, Mr.
Dr. Pugmire from the Health Institution in Washington, D.C.
And I'm Dr. Spugborn from the Department of Health. Hello, doctors. Glad to meet both of you. I has a question.
What is it?
Were you gonna bomb our community just because you couldn't find anything about it that was necessary? Correct. And what if we did find something necessary? What then?
Well, we'd hardly bomb any community that made a necessary contribution to society.
You hear that? I say we spread out and find something necessary.
She's right. We've got to protect our women rights, our country women folk.
You can't stop your citizens. These young maidens want to get up and get out of here. They got the right to get out of this miserable pest hole and see the outside world.
Yeah, Mammy, we wants to get citified.
Culturized.
Modernized.
We want to broaden our horizons.
You want to broaden your horizons? Well, let me tell you something. Your horizons are already broad enough, especially yours. Do you have any kind of idea what miserable customs they have out there waiting for you? Like a thing called engagement? Engagement? What's that? That's the time that elapses when the girl says sure do and the preacher says go to.
Well, how long does that engagement thing last?
Sometimes a whole month.
A whole month?
Yep.
Whatever for?
And sometimes you have to do other miserable things like take a bath.
No.
And comb your hair.
No.
And clean your nails.
No.
And worst of all, go to work.
No.
Is we going to stand for this injustice?
No.
Is we going to lay down without putting up a fight?
No.
What is we going to do? I tells you what we's going to do. We're going to turn this whole town upside down till someplace, somewhere, someone finds something necessary. Yeah!
Talk a while.
This ain't no time for talking.
But don't you realize what you just done? You finally asked me to marry you.
Yeah, I know.
Why'd you do it?
I don't know, I just done it, that's all.
But why?
Well, there you was, your usual sweet self, and there Earthquake was, a huffing, a puffing, and a panting at you. And I ain't gonna let no one like Earthquake puff, pant, and wheeze at you like that, you poor soul. So I just upped and done it, that's all.
Does this mean you ain't let me catch you, even we have Sadie Hopkins Day?
I reckon so.
What took you so long?
I don't know, some years I wanted you to catch me awful bad, but I couldn't. I don't know why, I just couldn't.
But that's all behind us now.
You really reckon?
And life's gonna be full of so many wonderful things.
Now, don't stand there mooning and spooning. We gotta go save the town.
I'm sorry, there just isn't anything indispensable about any of this.
How about this, Mr. Government Man?
Here's something necessary.
Or what about this?
No, wait. I just have to say this is very necessary.
How long you been looking for one of these?
I'm afraid there's nothing necessary about a wagon or an inner tube or any of this junk. Is there anyone else?
I got it. Here it is.
What is it?
It's a 1925 edition of the Burlington Husky Yearbook. It shows all the graduating seniors.
But there's only 3 pages in this book.
Rightly so. 2 more pages than the year before.
There's no printing in it. The pages are all blank.
Right again. Nobody stayed in school long enough to learn to read, so why put any in it?
So why would anyone want a book like this?
It shows me in here in 1st grade for the 3rd time.
That's interesting, my good man, but hardly a necessity.
Well, maybe it would be if you lived in Dogpatch.
Now then, enough of this nonsense. This is an order.
I's got it. You can stop your fretting and your fussing, because I's really got it.
What is it?
It's a deadly weapon, guaranteed to stupefy any man dead in his tracks. I'll demonstrate. You might want to put these on. Cover up, young feller. Hey, boys. All right, girls. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Stupefied. Unstupefied.
Hey, what you want? Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Well, that's fascinating, but what good is it?
Why, it'd be invaluable to music lovers. It can make Elvis Presley stand still.
But I like him the way he is.
Dead.
I've got it. If you're looking for something necessary to the whole country, look no more. I have it right here. My special Yoakumberry tonic.
Yoakumberry's funny.
Yes, yoakumberry tonic. I whop it out of the berries in my front yard.
What's it? Madam, I've never heard of a yoakumberry tree.
Well, you wouldn't. There's only one in the whole wide world.
This man ain't interested in your phony old tonic.
Phony? My boy Abner takes some of this every day, and just look at him. Yeah. Look at all them muscles.
Yeah, look at them muscles.
And look at that smile.
Wall to wall teeth.
I'm sorry, madam, but the food industry already has enough drinks and bodybuilders than it can use.
Appears to me your body could still use some building.
Now then, enough of this nonsense. The evacuation will proceed.
Does this mean there's just nothing about us that's necessary?
I'm afraid not, but I think you'd be happy to get out of a place like this.
You don't rightly understand, mister. May not look like much to you, but this here's our land. Our soul. It's where we was raised.
It's where our kinfolk was born, married, and hung.
Where our ancestors took their bare hands and built all of this out of the wilderness.
The beautiful intersection of Sheep Dip Drive.
Where we was planning to build our new hotel, the Dog Patch Dugout.
Not to mention Corn Pond Square.
Well, come on, Mammy and Pappy.
If you're looking for something real necessary, I got it.
Now what?
Kickapoo Joy Juice. Heat big fire water.
Cheap rot gut ain't fit for human consumption.
Now wait. Can it be produced inexpensively?
Well, it's as free as the air to make. I just clean out the corn bins once a month and...
If you pays more than a nickel a quart, you're violating the fair trade laws.
Well, there you have it, a beverage that only costs 5 cents a quart. I'm glad to take a taste for you.
No need to bother, Doctor. I'd be happy to take a taste for you. Water! I need water!
Why bother with just plain water? Why not take something guaranteed to build you up, like some of this yoakumberry juice?
It's Lil Abner! He is!
Holy mackerel. He is. What was in that bottle?
Oh, just some of my yoakumberry tonic.
Has anybody ever taken this before?
Nobody but my boy Abner.
And you say this only grows on a tree in your front yard?
Sure does, and it belongs to my boy Abner.
Dr. Finsdale, this is a matter for top security.
Well, Yoko, you'll have to come back to Washington with us immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
But it will need exhaustive tests on human guinea pigs.
Now, since you guys will be most affected by its outcome, I'm asking, are there any volunteers among you?
Hey, if he's gonna come out looking anything like Abner, you got yourself one guinea pig.
If that stuff's gonna make something like that out of something like this, you got him.
I wish my boyfriend had a pair of shoulders like that.
I wish mine had one shoulder like that.
Here, take them all.
Mary and Sam,
What is it, child?
go along with them. Take care of little Abner for me.
It'll be my pleasure.
Come along, gentlemen. There's an army truck waiting down the road.
Mr. Hammerman, does this mean it's going to be necessary after all?
Why, if this yoakumberry juice fulfills its promises, Dog Patch will not only become necessary, but absolutely indispensable.
Oh, Moonbeam, I'm going to be so lonesome with Abner up in Washington.
It'll be okay, Daisy. You know what Mammy's always saying to us. When you's feeling blue and solitary, just put on your Sunday clothes and take a walk.
But you know we don't got no Sunday clothes.
You're right. None of us does. So, let's just pretend we're putting on our Sunday clothes instead. Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Step down the street and give a joyful shout. Just like a dream, your spirit seems to turn about. That dressed up shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Though your heart is broke, the world is still a smile. You've got to find the strength that lies inside. Throw back your shoulders and stand up tall as you bravely stick out your chin. And we'll start each day with happiness within. But on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of fun ahead, and new adventures waiting in the air. Just think of all the people around this place who care. You've got to know with each day that goes that your friends will help see you through. Beneath your parasol, the world's a simple song, a lovely tune that follows where you go. Though your heart's a pine and the sun still shines, so you feel brand new to your toes. For there's no more Mondays in your Sunday, no more Mondays in your Sunday, no more Mondays in your Sunday clothes.
At ease, boys, at ease.
Thank you, Mr. President, for inviting us to the White House. Here we have the young lads from Dog Patch who have volunteered themselves to test the effects of the yokelberry tree.
So, tell me about this drink.
First, let me introduce you to Mr. Yokum, who's had a drink of this tonic every day of his life.
At ease, boy, at ease.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm just love America. Can I do anything for the old gal?
So, where'd you get this drink?
Well, Mammy and Pappy, they picked the fruit off the tree in our front yard. We just call it yokumberry because Mammy Yokum was the first to pick the first fruit off the tree. She plopped that little morsel in my mouth when I was just a little kid, and I've had a drink of yokumberry juice ever since then.
And have you seen the difference in Dr. Drew's tail? After only one sip, why, he's twice the size as he was before we left.
Why, it does sound as if you found a drink that could revolutionize mankind.
Well, if you excuse me, as a 100% red-blooded American, I don't want to make a revolutionize in anything. So if you don't mind, if the tests on my friends are successful, I'd like to give all the rights to the yokumberry drink to the government of the US of A.
Why, that's very patriotic of you, Yokum. I'll have to build a monument to you in the White House, right under mine, of course.
Now, young lads, let's go to the laboratory where we will begin monitoring your strength and stature every day as you're being fed a heaping spoonful of yokumberry tea.
Well, see y'all later, boys. I'll try to run for y'all on Sadie Hawkins Day.
Hey, say goodbye to Mimi.
Say goodbye to Fifi.
Say goodbye to Rosie.
And Jaja. Say goodbye to Josie, Rosie, Lucy, and Moonbeam.
You'll have to watch him, Pugmire. It does seem as if his powers of thinking aren't the quickest. May have something to do with that drink.
The world was shaken to its roots today by a White House announcement that a dog patch lad named Abner Yokum has discovered a miracle drink which may revolutionize mankind.
Vas großen Yasi Rossi Abner Yokum Borsana Yanka. Dog Patches Yokum Berry miracle drink. Because we got it first.
What delicious conformity. Imagine all reactions completely, utterly, precisely alike.
Think of unbound horizons of science where all mankind can look, act, feel, think, hope, desire, dream, buy, inhale, and exhale exactly alike.
Oh, happy day when miracles take place and scientists control the human race. When we assume authority of human chromosomes, assembly line women, conveyor belt men settle down in push-button homes.
Nobody think, nobody fact. Everybody of the same design. Just imagine the possibilities.
Bolts in the White House in Washington, D.C., Abner Yoakum has just told the president that if the Yoakum Berry test is successful, he will give all the rights to his fabulous drink to the government itself. Private industry is up in arms.
Brown, did you not tell Abner Yoakum of my offer for $1 million for the rights to manufacture that drink of his?
I did, General Bull Moose, but he says he's only going to do what's good for the U.S. of A.
Well, what's good for General Bull Moose is what's good for the USA, and don't you forget it. Right, boys?
Right.
Rousing, rousing, a few huzzahs and a hip, 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 hooray. What's good for General Bull Moose is good for the USA.
Now, Hogbound, I want the manufacturing rights to that drink, and I don't care how I get it. And what's this nonsense about him wanting to give it away?
Oh, he says he wants to give the drink to the U.S. government.
Well, why didn't you tell him I can make him a better deal? I have more money and fewer dependents.
But my dear General Bull Moose...
Don't dear General Bull Moose me, you bumbling hillbilly! If I owned that drink, I could own all the money in the world. And I need it. Ever since I was a little child, I had a little child's dream. And all that little child ever wanted was to own all the money in the world. And you stupid hillbilly, crushed that child's dream. What were you thinking?
Wolsey, sweetie, lower your voice. You know what the doctor says. You mustn't get so excited. You'll lower your blood sugar.
I don't have blood sugar anymore. I sold it to my Cuban company.
Oh, Wolsey.
Sophie, where have you been? You should have been here an hour ago.
I had to make up.
Your face?
No, with the chauffeur. We had a little fight.
Remind me to fire that chauffeur. Sophie, Abner Yoakum is coming here today, and he wants to give his rights to the Yoakumberry drink to the government. Now, we didn't make him a better deal. What do we have that the government doesn't?
What's in it for me?
Sophie, if Abner gives this drink to the government, this could destroy the whole free enterprise system.
What's in it for me?
It could ruin capitalism.
What's in it for me?
Sophie, think of yourself as a super patriot, doing a super patriotic duty.
What's in it for me?
$1 million.
You can call me Betsy Ross. Mr. Yoakum here to see you, sir.
All right, send him in, send him in.
Come on in, Mr. Yoakum.
No, not him.
Just Mr. Yoakum.
No. Hello, Abner, my boy. How are you doing?
How are you doing, General?
I'm fine. And you know the senator, of
Oh,
course?
sure. Our General.
And this is Miss Sophia Mia, my executive secretary.
Mighty pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Mighty pleased to meet you too, Mr. Yoakum.
Ooh, nice fur you got there. Did you shoot it?
No, I trapped it.
Trapped it? Did you use any kind of special bait?
Just inhaling and exhaling.
Yes, Yoakum, she's a very healthy girl. Now it's time you and me had a little business talk. Now I'm offering you $1 million for the right to manufacture that drink of yours.
Well, I already told the president.
President? What president?
The president of the United States.
Oh, that president. I don't think you quite understand what this drink of yours can do.
Well, I did stop them from bombing my hometown, and that's all I cares about.
Oh, well, that's nonsense. I have access to top secret government files, and they all say that if this drink of yours tests come out successfully, it would be most fantastic discoveries of science.
Is that good?
Good? Well, it's great. It's perfect, and it gives everybody perfect health. It makes fat man thin, thin men just a little bit fatter. It broadens your shoulders, builds you up, whitens your teeth, and it leaves your breath alone.
Sure got good manners, don't it?
It sure does. You, Abner, you just say the word and we're ready to go into production. We'll bottle it.
We'll name it after you.
Right.
Me?
We'll call it Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola?
Yep. Abner, this drink will bring in billions. So here's my check for $1 million.
Well, thanks, General, but I still, as a 100% red-blooded American, I'd still rather give it to the government.
The government?
Yes, sir. Well, I've got to catch a bus home because Sadie Hawkins Day is being run tomorrow, and I just can't miss this one this year. I guess you know why, Senator. Well, see you later, General. See you later, Senator, Miss Executive.
But Abner, my boy, you can't walk out on $1 million.
Why not?
Well, because it just isn't thrifty.
Well, I have always been kind of sporty with money. Well, see you later.
Oh, Mr. Yoakum,
Yes, ma'am?
I do wish you'd stay.
Well, I've got to catch a bus.
I'm sure I could make it worth your while.
Well, it's...
Well, I can show you around the city, or we could even go into the country and do a little hunting.
Well, it's Sadie Hawkins Day, and... Could we hunt skunk?
You do your skunk hunting in Dog Patch. Sorry, man, there's too many skunks around here.
Well, how do you like that? There's $1 billion in that drink, and I'm not selling short. Hogbound, what's this Sadie Hawkins Day he kept blabbing about?
Oh, it's a monstrous dog patch custom wherein the gals chases the guys and marries whoever they catches.
Can an outsider enter?
Sure can.
Then we've got him. We will go to Dog Patch. Sophie here will enter the Sadie Hawkins Day race. She'll run after Abner Yoakum, catch Abner Yoakum. Then they will be married, and by the laws of marriage, she will own half of everything he owns, specifically the Yoakumberry drink. Then, Abner will suffer from a minor accident, and Sophie here will be the sole possessor of the drinks.
But Bolsey, what if I don't catch him? You know I don't run anymore.
Sophie, you'll be running or you'll be washing windows at the $5 car wash.
But Bolsey!
Don't butt Bolsey me, Sophie. Pack your things. We're headed south. Right, boys?
Right.
He makes the rules and he intends to keep it that way. What's good for General Bonus is good for the USA.
He went to Washington to win a fight and won it. Little Abner seemed his duty and he done it so we're necessary now.
Abner, we'd like to thank you for all you've done up in Washington.
Torrent, hardly nothing.
Hey, how's our guinea pig boys doing up there in Washington? Is they safe and sound without any fishing poles around?
They's all turning into right handsome men for y'all.
Good looking and strong.
And handsome as you, Abner?
Well, pretty close.
Oh, shucks. Tell us about the government, son. Is it run by a bunch of crooks?
Oh no, Pappy. Washington's a right pretty town. It's made out of old white marble. And there's national monuments all over the place. And you can't hardly spit without hitting one. Right, Sam?
That's right. I let go of a gum wrapper in a strong wind. It whipped around the Washington Monument, flew past Abraham Lincoln, and came to rest on Jefferson's dome.
Good thing it didn't hit none of them Confederates friends who we love and adore.
Sam got a $5 fine. They's got a law up there that says you can't deface the national monument.
Oh, don't tell us about defacing no national monuments. Tell us about the government and all them crooks.
I already told you, Pappy, there ain't no crooks up there. As far as I can see, it's a right nice mess of people lives up there. And I can tell you all this much.
the country's doing just fine. Right, Sam?
You is so right, boy. Them city folks and we'uns are pretty much alike.
Though they ain't used to living in the sticks.
We don't like stoner cement,
but we is in agreement
when we get down to talking politics.
The country's in the very best of hands, the best of hands, the best of hands.
The Treasury says the national debt is climbing to the sky,
and government expenditures have never been so high. It makes a fed undead gleam of pride within his eye to see how unemployment does expand. The country's in the very best of hands. The country's in the very best of hands. The best of hands. The best of hands.
You ought to hear the Senate when they're drawing up the bills. They twist the words around until they won't mean that I will. Such legal terminology would give your heart a thrill. There's phrases there that no one understands.
Country's in the very best of hands.
The building boom they say is getting bigger every day, but things are going under one by one year every day. Don't worry, cause we'll bail them out and never make them pay. Then give the makers bonuses again. The country's in the very best of hands.
You believe them senators and congressmen are dumb when they run into problems that is tough to overcome. They can just declare something called a moratorium. The upper and the lower house disband.
The country's in the very best of hands.
As voters connect to the nominee,
the nominees connect to the treasury. When we connect to the treasury, they sit around and die bones. They sit around and place their love. That's the congressional parking lot. They sit around and you know what? Oh, they're all their die bones. Bones and bones and rise again, give us on to us, rise again, give the taxes up to our eyes again. When we get to top of their thigh bones, she's in the very best of hands, the best of hands, the best of hands.
the GOP and Democrats dislike the other one. They've always criticized how the country should be run, but neither tells the other what the other's gone and done. As long as no one knows where no one stands,
The country's in the very best of hands.
sits around this place
They're at. Those have always said. This is around their exercise of living out their thigh bones. He sits around and he starts to snore. Jumps up and all out on the floor. Then sits around and starts to floor. Of living out their thigh bones. Them bones gonna rise again, gonna talk to us again. Nice again, gonna touch us up to our eyes again. We get them off their thigh bones. Country's in the very best of hands, the best of hands, the best of hands.
The money that they taxes us is known as revenues. They spend that money freely now just any way they choose. Don't worry if their programs cause your home and house to lose. They're shipped your job right off to foreign lands. The countries in the very best of
Abner, we're very glad to be here for the Sadie Hawkins race, which, by the way, is at 2 o'clock. So if you got any readying up to do, you better get doing it.
Abner!
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, Abner. Welcome home.
Sure glad I got back in time for the race this afternoon.
Are you sure you're going to go through with it, Abner?
Sure, I'm... Sure.
Well, has he figured out a plan so that we both knows what we're doing and so I can catch it?
Well, not really.
I have.
You has?
Yeah, I have. Now just shut your attractive eyes and see if you can visualize this. There we are at the start line. The mayor shoots off his gun, and you takes off with your usual burst of brilliant speed.
Naturally.
I hightails it right after you.
I sees it.
You heads out for Repulsive Road,
Ooh, I got you.
and I takes the shortcut through Hog Fat Boulevard.
Ooh, I likes it.
You sees me coming, so you ducks down through Salabelly Lane,
I ducks.
and I'm reaching for you, and he's headed to the promised land.
Goose Creek Gulch.
Yeah!
Oh, I sees it now. There I is, slipping and sliding on them goose feathers.
Yeah.
You was gaining a couple feet behind, and then you're reaching your hand out to grab me for life. And then,
Yeah?
and then,
Yeah!
oh, sorry, Daisy.
What happened?
I turned on a burst of brilliant speed and dashed out of sight.
Does this mean you're still ain't gonna let me catch you?
Well, I really intended to, Daisy, but now I'm just not sure.
Abner, you'll come.
But Daisy, I'll tell you this much. I'm going to get in that race this afternoon, and I'm going to do my best to let you catch me. And I want to wish you the best of luck, because if anybody deserves me, you do, Daisy.
Hey, what you doing? Just ready?
Why are you looking so blue?
Oh, well, you know how it gets around this time when it's so stressful with this race and all.
I know, Daisy. I know I don't sleep too well. And I've been feeling a little queasy. Like I just ate some of those snuggleberries.
Yeah, my arms are itchy and my feet are sweaty. I feel as if I'm a faint all the time.
Well, girls, I think those are the signs of being in love.
In love? With fellas who learn from us every year?
Well, I guess that's the way it'll be here in Dogpatch. It's tradition.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional dinner with a conventional star in my eye. And if you'll note, there's a lump in my throat as I speak of a wonderful guy. I'm as tried and as gay as a daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm romantic and bright as the moon, happy nights running right on the dew. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as a flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
Oh, look, it's available. It's available.
Ladies, get your Sadie Hawkins Day specials right here.
What you got there available? I want in-state compensation just right this year. I want one of them fast.
I'm gonna get me a man with one of these.
Available, you got a slingshot?
That's it. Buy now, pay now. I'll give you your change next week.
Well, girls, you know what Mammy says. You can snag a gopher, you can skin a snake, but you can't get a man with a gun. When it comes to the business of catching a man, here in Dogpatch lets us do a lot. I have tried every tactic and a weapon I got, but Abner I still haven't caught. I'm quick on the trigger with targets not much bigger than a pinpoint. I'm number one, but my score with the feller is lower than the seller. No, you can't get a man with a gun. When I'm with the pistol, I sparkle like a crystal. Yes, I shine like the morning sun. But I lose all my luster when with the broken buster. No, you can't get a man with a gun. With a gun, with a gun. No, you can't get a man with a gun. If I went to battle with someone's herd of cattle, you'd have sink when the job was done. But if I shot the herder, they'd holler bloody murder. Oh, you can't get a hug from a mug with a slug. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. I'm cool, brave, and daring to see a lion glaring when I'm out with my Remington. But I look from the mister who rains a fever blister. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. Them gals with umbrellas are always out with fellers in the rain or the blazing sun. But a man never trifles with gals who carry rifles. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. With a gun, with a gun. No, you can't get a man with a gun. Them gals, he doesn't buy a 90 for a gal who he thinks is fun. But he don't buy pajamas for pistol packing mamas. Oh, you can't shoot a male in the tail like a quail. No, you can't get a man with a gun. Available. I was just wondering if you had anything that could arrange so the race comes out right?
So that you catch Lil Abner?
Of course.
Daisy May Scragg, do you realize what she's asking of me? That I betray my fellow man, sell out my neighbor? Now what is there in this whole world makes you think I could sink to such slimy depths of moral depravity and human degradation?
50 cents?
Did you make that $1?
Of course.
You has a deal. Abner will be stopped in that race by the only diabolical device guaranteed to freeze a fear-crazed bachelor in full flight.
Namely?
Twyla, or stupefying dynamite and Twyla.
Ooh.
All right, dears.
I'm counting on you this afternoon.
Your money's in the best of hands.
Thank you.
Save the dancing for later, girl.
Available. Howdy, available.
Howdy, Senator.
Available, is you available?
As always available.
Well, come on over here and meet the Honorable General Bullmoose.
Howdy, General.
Hi, available?
Ma'am, what's your pleasure, sir?
Available? I need a way to get Abner Yoakum to stop or freeze or something so Miss Sophie here can catch him.
Naturally, and there's only one man for the job. A refugee from justice that's hiding out in these hills, whose name comprises the 3 foulest words in the English language, namely, Evil Eye Fleagle.
Evil Eye Fleagle? What's he like?
Picture the warm friendliness of a rattlesnake. Picture 5'4", menacing manhood. Picture a hat covering a face of sinister rapacity. Picture two eyes peering out with supernatural powers of malevolent intent.
Mosey, what's that mean?
Sophie, don't you know of a crook when you hear one?
What do I look like? Stupid or something?
Hey,
Maybe.
someone call me.
Sashay on over here and meet the general.
Evil-eyed Flegel at your service.
You can actually paralyze with your eyes?
Snoring paralyzing circles as Flegel's famous fabulous petrifies and whack.
Good. Well, can you freeze out the open with it?
Natural. Get the picture. Say Hawkins' day begin. The gun goes off. Bachelors running, maidens are pursuing. Yoakum comes dashing by. I jumps up and down, rotates my eyeball, rears back and lets fire, triple petrifies and whammy.
And then?
His bone marrow freezes. His pancreas petrifies. His red corpuscles and white corpuscles suddenly stand stock still and stupidly stare at each other. Or Hoopon comes up and claims the body by the superb innocent young lady.
Is he dead?
With the Yoakum, you can't really tell.
Will you guarantee he'll fall?
Absolutely.
Flegel, if you deliver Yoakum, you have a job with me for life.
At your service.
You know, I have confidence in that fella. He's the same color as money.
Crazy bachelors, when I pound my gavel on this wood, you commence to disperse in all directions. When I pound the gavel the second time, this bevy of love-starved, Valentine-believing maidens will take after you. Now there are no rules, remember, anything goes. Bachelors ready? Yeah. Maidens ready? Yeah! Then Sadie Hawkins' day is officially not yet. Get back in your position, boy. Sadie Hawkins' day is officially begun.